Click this thingy. Did that work? Why didn't it work? Try it again. There we go. Log in. I don't want to go. Okay, for some reason, there's supposed to be some kind of login thing. Continue as Abby. Okay, choose an account. Abby. There we go. All right, there we go. Did it let me do that? No, it didn't let me. Hang on a second. I have so much stuff to show you. Hang on, this is so cool. Give me a second here. All right. Welcome back. I'm going to type welcome back. Dang. Ta-da. There we go. Try reloading the page. Really? Seriously? All right. Let's try. Welcome back. I don't know if chat is working. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I'm supposed to. Chat is waiting for new messages. Welcome back. Okay. I'm just going to record and hopefully this is all working. What is chat overlay? No. There we go. All right. So forgetting all of that because I want to focus on my priority. The topic for today, episode 168. 168. We're almost at 170 episodes. How cool is this? So my passion is my priority. That's my Viking DNA. That is what I think keeps me sane in the face of all manner of crazy things going on. And I am so glad that this dedication that I have to following the passion, making it productive, making it practical, making it possible is working. I'm just so grateful because I meet so many people every day who are simply going through the motions. Life for them is grim. And that's a tragedy because I truly believe, based on evidence and experience, that we can find a way to instill our passion in virtually anything. And I'm going to talk about that today. But first, I want to show you all the cool swag that I've got all organized and ready for FanaticCon 4, which is happening in Ottawa on Sunday, August the 13th. Ta-da. Okay, so first of all, slime green bucket. Okay, so I have hats. I have hats of every shape and size. I have a 15 Minutes with Abby hat. And the reason 15 Minutes with Abby is because this is my whole pivotry thing. This is how quickly we can shift you from something that is not working for you, not productive, not happy, not fun, not exciting, to a different path that allows you to say, oh, cool. And it makes getting up each day a lot more interesting, a lot more challenging, and a lot more fun, a lot more rewarding. So 15 Minutes with Abby, that's that hat. And I have a bunch of those. I also have over here, I've done these little questionnaire things. So it's really cool. It's an opportunity for you to tell me what you want. Normally when you go to an event, a fan event, you go to see a celebrity or you go to buy stuff, you go to buy souvenirs, you go to see and get swag from shows that you've been really excited about. But very seldom does anybody ask you about you. Very seldom does anyone say, so how's it going? What's in this for you that you can take away that's long term? So at my booth, it's all about you. So this year I thought, well, why don't I ask them and they can tell me, and that way I can improve. So we're going to have those. So I've got a mom hat from You Can't Live on Television, and it's kind of a trucker's hat, and so naturally it goes with this, and it also goes with this, right? And so does the brand new, just got them in, neon orange You can't do that on television, sunglasses, right? And where are my, oh yeah, and you can't do that on television, wristband, right? So there's that. And then I have a hat for the Care Bears. It says caring is cool, and it's a legit Care Bears hat. And before I show you the toys, we have, that's Wish Bear, and that's Love a Lot Bear, and that's Fur Bear. And these are all the bears that I voiced. And these are their matching wristbands, and these are their matching sunglasses, which have their names on them, right? And then, oh yeah, a mom glove, just in case. And then we have all the fun, cool toys, so or games. So Care Bears playing cards, Care Bears puzzle, Care Bears bingo, and I only have 2 of these left. Care Bears Monopoly. Is that cool? Is that cool? All right. So we got that. Get this out of the way here. Ugh. And then pièce de résistance, last but not least. This is the souvenir puzzle from last year. So the cover picture, you'll see it on this really cool box. It looks like an old-fashioned lunchbox. Metal. So the picture on the cover, there it is. Picture on the cover is a collage made up of fabulous photographs that John Major took. And I've got a souvenir thing on it that says Fanaticon 3 2022. And so this is going to be available to buy. And I know that if you're featured on the cover, you're going to want to be taking home that puzzle that you can solve, right? The puzzle itself is not small. It's 20 inches by 15 inches. So it's a really good exercise. Anyway, I'm excited. And there's the list of what we can do together in the future. Because just so you know, one of the things that I am doing now is getting ready to do a show. Getting ready to do a brand new show, a live show, a stage show, the kind of comedy that I write and perform. Haven't done one in a long time, and I figured it's time. And one of the things I'm going to need when I get this project up and running is I'm going to need a crew. I'm going to need people who are excited about working with me. So I want you to fill this out and let me know what you think you'd like to do. How awesome is that, right? Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to try this again, see if that makes any difference. No, it didn't. What if I do that? No, it didn't do. So it looks like chat isn't working. I sincerely hope the video is. And there's no way for me to check while I'm in the middle of the video. So, we're just going to cross our fingers and toes and keep going. So the subject today is your passion, your priority. Now, I want to start this one, first of all, with a sip of coffee. I found this wonderful old vintage car pin. See it? What I would really like is to have a second pin behind it that says zoom, zoom. Anyway, what I want to talk to you about today is process. How we do the things we do is the key to feeding and finding our passion. Now, let me explain with a story. First time I went to work for a temp agency, when I had just come back to Ottawa from living in the States, and I was going to college, finishing college, I decided that I would work part-time at a temp agency and work my hours around whatever my class schedule permitted. And I remember being assigned to some government office somewhere. And I asked the woman who interviewed me at the agency who I would be reporting to. And she said, "Oh, you'll be reporting to Thingamy Who's It. She's a clerk too." And I said, she's a what? A clerk too. And I said, "And what does she do?" And the woman at the agency said, "She's a clerk too." And I said, well, no, that's her title. That isn't what she does. What does she do? And she said, well, you'll have to ask her. So when I got to the location and I met the woman, and I said, so tell me what you do. And she says, and she did the same thing. She said, I'm a clerk too. And I said, yes, I understand that. But what is it that you do? And you know what's really interesting? Here was a woman who was assigned to walk me through, familiarize me. Here's your desk. Here's your rubber stamp. Here's your, stuff. She really didn't have an easy, quick, obvious answer to a fairly simple question, I thought. What do you actually do? Once you get up and face the front and put your pants on and get on the bus and get off the bus and go in the door and sit at your desk, what do you do? And the reason I ask that question, first of all, is to understand if we have anything in common, if we have any similar background, so that we can have a conversation. I'll talk another time about the currency of communication. It's very cool. But I wanted to know what her focus was. And the reason I want to know that, this is part of my profiling background as a military kid. If I know what it is that people actually do all day, every day, and I have any experience in that at all, I can shift the language I use to talk in a way that feels familiar to them. If I meet a mechanic and I say, what do you fix? And if he says planes, trains, and automobiles, that's a whole different thing than lawnmowers, and or refrigerators. So it gives me an opportunity to find their context and then see if I can engineer my own way into that context so that we're talking together, looking at the same thing from essentially a similar point of view. Now, here's why any of this matters. At some point, in whatever it is you say you do, there is a task, there is a process, there is a first I do this, first I fold, then I bend, then I staple, then I toss. Okay, among the steps that you do, inevitably there is something you're good at. You do it better than the other steps, and quite often you do it better than other people. So when we do it better than other people, I like to call it our superpower. And in fact, one of the questions on the questionnaire, I say, describe your superpower. And underneath it, I say, we all have one. And then underneath it, there's a box for you to tell me what your superpower is. And it says, I am, I do, I have. And then you just fill in the rest of it. And the reason I do that is because your superpower is usually the thing that motivates you, because it's fun. Everybody likes doing stuff that makes them look good and feel smart and engaged and winning. Nobody likes looking like an idiot. says the woman who speaks from vast decades of experience. We all like to feel, yeah, I'm walking here. I got this. We all do. So if you, when this little video is over today, say to yourself, that's an interesting point that Abby raised. What is my superpower? What is it that I do all day? But what am I really good at among all those things I do all day? I have a couple of friends who are extraordinary photographers. John Major's one of them. That's why he keeps coming back to do my shows. And all of them, all of the ones I'm lucky enough to call my friends, Carol Hay, Paul Couvret, all of them, they all share this extraordinary ability to capture the moment. And the moment I'm talking about is the moment when everything aligns. The lighting is right, the focus is right, the expression is right, the look is right, consistent. And it's a fleeting moment. It's not even an instant. It's shorter than that. And every single one of these photographers that I am lucky enough to know have an instinct for it. I can see it in all the pictures. And every time I talk to them and I say, how do you do it? They don't know. It's like when somebody says, how do you do this thing that I do? And I say, I have no idea. Couldn't begin to tell you. And it's just who they are. It just comes from somewhere inside them. Now, the question is, can we make that thing we do practical, profitable, purposeful? Can we make all of those elements a priority in the work we do, in the way we make a living, in the reason people want us to come back and do it again? Is there a way we can make our passion the purposeful, profitable priority? And the answer is usually yes. What we have to do is take a few steps back and see just that thing that we can do. And then do a little profiling. Forget about us for a second. Forget about the camera. Forget about where we have done this in the past. And look at other jobs. Look at other situations. Look at other scenarios. And see if there is a need for that superpower. Maybe not with a camera. Maybe in some other way. And maybe that other way is something that no one has been able to find or fill. And they're now in dire need of you. Does it mean that you get to be, let's go with photographer. Does it mean that you get to be a photographer? Does it mean that you get to organize rooms? Because part of the moment in an image is when all the energies are in sync, when everybody is all lined up and having a good time, when everybody's all on the same page. That's why, my favorite photographers are ones who say, okay, everybody, and of course they say cheese because it makes you look like you're smiling. But I've heard my photographer friends say easy money. Happy hour. Whatever it is that triggers the element of surprise and a laugh from people is what they're looking for. That's the hook, right? So when we take this away from the photographers, I've just used that as an example. When we put it in any other context, there are people who are so good at organizing. I have a very, very talented friend who said, when you meet someone who can organize people, that's a powerful, powerful asset in your corporation. When you meet someone who can reliably put together all the information in a priority that is relevant, so that you not only have the people, you have the information, that's incredible. When you have someone who can put together the sequence of events that need to take place, brilliant. All of those three things are done with the same superpower, aren't they? It's organizing. It's just how it's applied. So in any situation, really, in any situation at any given time on any day, we have the ability, we just don't know it, and we don't know where it is, to change the course of our lives by focusing on our passion and figuring out what that looks like, what our superpower is. And maybe we need help, maybe we need an outside source. Maybe we need somebody with a big picture view, maybe somebody like me, maybe somebody you already know, to help us see other ways that this can be applied to help you change your career. So that instead of dragging yourself out of bed in the morning, you can't wait because you love what you do. One of the things that I have recently realized that is an amazing what that's just happened to me. I have been doing something my entire life in various fields of communications. One consistent thing my entire life. Whether I've been coaching people, whether I've been educating people, whether I've been training people, whether I've been entertaining people, on any platform. So I'm talking every industry, every job, every platform of deliverable, all of it. Consistency, as I look back consistently, I have been applying the rules of pivotry. I just didn't know it. Why? Why didn't I know it if I'm the expert? Because I was too busy doing it. I was too busy doing it to give it a name. I was tap dancing as fast as I could. Now that I know what it is I've been doing, I know what to call it. Now that I know how it works, now that I can see exactly what I've done every time with remarkable success, and I'm not saying remarkable success and then dislocating my shoulder to pat myself on the back. I'm saying remarkable success because it is proven. Nature does not like a vacuum. Nature will shove anything into the void to fill the vacuum. If we come along with a solution to a huge systemic problem, we will succeed. We will succeed beyond all reasons of success because we're filling that vacuum. We're plugging that hole. The universe loves things like that. And that's why I've always been able to do what I do. That's why people say, how come you always succeed? I never knew. That is how. That is how. I was doing the thing that everybody needs. I didn't know that was my superpower. Now I do. And now that I know it's my superpower, I'm using it to enable and educate and entertain and reward you. Is that cool? Okay. So this is short today because I have a couple of exciting things that I'm waiting on delivery for. Before I go, I want to talk about a couple of things. So this Fanaticon show in Ottawa is like all of these Comic Cons that are so popular that everybody is gravitating to. This one is just a one day. It's a sweet, sweet, small show, although it's getting bigger. It is a lot bigger. It's doubled in size, tripled in size from its first year. And this is only year 4. And let's not forget, COVID was in between. So it has really jumped by leaps and bounds. And it's Lance Morin who is behind it all. He is our leader, and we follow gladly. He's doing an incredible job because this is his passion piece. This is his heart piece. And so you find wonderful cosplayers, you find wonderful celebrities, you find wonderful collectibles, and you find vendors who are so happy to be there because Lance and Sebastian, his captain, his logistics captain, make the vendors and the visitors their top priority. They know that if the people who make the show great are happy, they're going to come and do it again and do it again and do it again. And that's the recipe for success. So that's their superpower. Knowing what is needed and what is missing and filling the vacuum. And they do a spectacular job. So when I'm there this year, I'm there for a couple of reasons. One is, of course, I'm there for you. I'm always there for you. The audience comes first. Without the audience, it's a rehearsal, right? So I'm there for you. I'm also there for next steps with you. I'm kind of leapfrogging this year at Fanaticon because now I've been there. This will be my 4th time, and a lot of you are coming back. So you are expecting to see me, and you know what to expect when you come to my booth. So the exciting news is that I have Pivotry now as my project, as my work moving forward. And it's not a workshop, and it's not a motivational thing, and it's not a the business definition of my job is that I'm a personal excellence coach. What I really am is I'm showing you and telling you who you are. I'm holding up the mirror for you so you can see your superpower. You can finally see your magic. And whether that galvanizes you to want to work with me, or it puts more heart and passion into the work that you already do, either way, that's a big win. And if I'm part of that process, hallelujah. So we're going to have a live show soon, very soon. And it is definitely a show and tell kind of show. I'm going to show you some funny stuff. I'm going to show you some crazy ideas. I'm going to make you laugh. I'm going to make you smile. I'm going to make you think. And then I'm going to show you how it applies to you and everything that is missing in your life and what you can do about it. I'm setting you free. How about that? So Pivotry in Motion is the name of the game for me. I finally put a name on everything I do, and it makes it so much easier to say, see, right here, that's this example of what you do. And to me, showing you how good you are at that thing that you do, that puts a smile on your face and a shoulders back and a swagger in your step. And that's the best thing ever, isn't it? And if I'm part of that, if in some way that makes you glad you came, then I firmly believe that this is a perfect win. That means everybody around me is in a happy place, is feeling good, is walking here. And if I was part of that transformation, you're going to tell your friends, because we're all in this together. Cool, huh? So when you come to the booth, it's all about you. There's a poster that's going to tell you more about the show, and there's the form to fill out in case you want to participate. And if not, that's fine. I have all this lovely new merch for you to look at and say, ooh, I got to have. And if I didn't order your size, I can order. So we can fix it. Alrighty then, kind of a crazy day, right? It's a little rainy and gray here, so I thought I would put some sunshine in the day on my end of things. Let me know how you feel about what I've said today. If your passion is not your priority, let's fix that. What do you say? Wanna? Good. Comment, message me. Let's get on it. In the meantime, it's Thursday. The weekend is upon us. Stuff to do, places to go, things to get ready for. Be good to you. You deserve it. Remember to hug your loved ones. And you remember a couple of shows back, I talked about thank you is like putting people at arm's length. And I said, I'm going to go with thank thee. Thank thee. We're in this together, thee and me. Thanks for watching. See you soon.